Are you in the market for a business coach, but you feel like you're a deer in headlights when it comes to choosing one? Look, you're not alone. I was once in your shoes, feeling really overwhelmed and real uncertain. So in this video, I want to help you choose the right coach for you. I want to walk you through my personal journey, then shed some light onto the pitfalls to avoid, and then share some pivotal lessons I've learned about picking the right business coach for what I was, or maybe what you are, trying to accomplish. And by the end of this video, my goal, it's real simple. I want to walk you through a very practical framework for selecting a coach who truly aligns with your needs and your goals. So let's avoid the trial and error that many founders face and give you some insights that you'll need to make a confident and more informed decision about selecting the right business coach. By the way, if you're new here, my name is Emmanuel, and this channel is all about empowering entrepreneurs like you to make informed and effective business decisions. And I'm all about providing real practical insights based off of my own entrepreneurial journey. Look, I've been where you are, uncertain and overwhelmed by a bunch of Facebook ads that you see from coaches trying to, win your business. Look, the road to finding the right business coach, it's filled with a bunch of gurus that really can't back up what they preach. I've had to navigate this in my personal journey as a business owner, and I've learned a few lessons on the way. See, I'm not new to the consulting world. I've built first an agency and now my consulting business through spending thousands and thousands, really hundreds of thousands of dollars to be in the right room with the right people, because I know that they're going to help me level up and grow the business a lot quicker. That said, some have been super game changers for me, while others, they've been complete flukes. So really, based on my experience, I've been able to identify a framework that I kind of use whenever I'm selecting a coach that would truly align with my personal and professional goals. And this framework, it's been a game changer for me and really all of the clients and friends that I've shared it with. So let's just dive straight into it. Now, before we get into the good stuff, I first want to pause and talk a little bit about why having a coach is crucial. It is vital for your business's growth. I cannot overstate the impact of having someone experienced who's been there, who's done that, to really guide you through the ups and downs of entrepreneurship. See, the thing is, it's not a straight line to make a ton of money and go on vacations whenever you want. The path is filled with a bunch of potholes, sinkholes, a ton of challenges, and opportunities that you might not be able to see just because you're right in front of it. So having a coach, it really provides you with the insight to navigate a lot of the challenges that you're going to face, help you avoid some really common mistakes, and then show you opportunities for growth that you're probably missing. I can tell you firsthand, having a coach has provided me with some fresh perspectives on my business's challenges and goals, given me some really awesome strategic guidance, and given me some much needed accountability to stay on track. Look, coaches, they have been instrumental in helping me to focus on really what's important for my business, like prioritizing tasks and really aligning my goals and cutting out, those shiny objects that we all get. And personally, I think good coaches, they don't give you the answers that you're looking for, but instead they make you ask better questions. They really help me challenge the way I think. They really help me see things in different angles. It really pushed me to do more than I personally thought that I was capable of. But the main thing here, though, is that not all coaches are created equal. And that's where many entrepreneurs struggle. You see, hiring a coach, it's an investment into you and your business. So making the wrong choice can leave you broke and bitter. And that's why it's real important to choose wisely and make sure that your coach that you end up working with or hiring is a good fit for you, your business, and your goals. And really, that brings us to the big mistakes most founders or entrepreneurs or new business owners make, including myself when I started, in the terms of hiring a coach. There's really three big ones that I've seen and that I've fallen victim to in terms of hiring a coach. And let me explain these so that you don't make them either. Okay, the first major mistake is not verifying a coach's credentials and past successes. See, coaches are very charismatic by nature, so it's easy for you to fall for their charm and really their big promises. But it's really crucial that you dig deeper into who they are and their backstory. I remember the first ever business coach I hired. She was associated and certified with this really, really well-known big name brand that everyone knows. And I remember it was like $2,000 a month, but without hesitation, I signed up because I knew the brand name that was associated to her. It was honestly one of the worst decisions I'd ever made because she didn't actually help me with anything. We just had a weekly call where she would ask me how my week was. And after a few weeks, I didn't really see a change in any of my circumstances, and I was really wondering what I was doing wrong. Turns out, after I dug a little deeper, she just got certified under this person to sell coaching services. She really had no previous entrepreneurial experience at all. And at the end of the day, you can't coach what you've never experienced. Okay, second huge mistake is overlooking whether a coach is aligned with your specific goals and your needs. You see, not every coach is a one-size-fits-all solution, and hiring a coach whose expertise doesn't align with your goals can lead you really down the wrong path. So this actually reminds me of a time when I had outgrown a coach that I had been working with for a few years. I had a really unique problem that I was trying to solve. You see, I was trying to acquire leads and I had a very high cost per lead, and I wanted to find a way to drive it down. So then there were these two guys that just kept on popping up on my Facebook feed with their ads. Their big promise: to drive down my cost per lead to under $5. So at first I thought, oh man, this is great. But when I actually got into their program, I realized that the strategy was just a spray and pray strategy. Turns out you can get really cheap cost per lead, but the quality of those leads, they're gonna be really bad. So it was really 90 days of just wasted time and really a boatload of money that I wasted working with these guys. And the third big mistake, it's ignoring the importance of personal chemistry with a coach. So it's essential to have a coach who actually resonates with you on a personal level, someone who really gets you and your business. Long story short, there was this one time when I had signed up to this massive coaching community, a couple thousand people. But at the end of the day, I really just felt like a number to them. I would get onto these calls with them and they wouldn't remember who I was or really what my business was about. It was like a simple formula of ask them a question, they give me an answer, and that's it. There was no chemistry whatsoever. And quite honestly, it kind of felt like a burn and churn business plan. All right, big mistakes aside, let's move into the main part of the video. Let me give you a framework that I personally created and used to assess hiring a potential coach. By the way, I made it easy for you to remember. I called it the coach framework. Now, before I dive into what makes a great coach, I first want to help you understand like the big red flags, what makes a bad coach. And there's really 5 main parts of what make a bad coach bad. Number 1, they're unqualified. Usually they're a coach without proper credentials, experience, or success in their own business. Next is that they're unstructured. So they really lack a clear, organized, and effective coaching approach or methodology. Next, it's a mismatch. Like their goals, values, or expectations, they really just don't align with yours. Number 4, they're disconnected. There's no personal chemistry whatsoever or really an understanding of your unique business. And then lastly, they're unclear. They're not being transparent about their methods, their expectations, and really their feedback. Now, it's real important that you avoid these 5 really big things, but then the question becomes, how do you actively look for a coach that will actually move your business forward? So jumping back into this, it's really actually easy. You just flip the bad 5 things. And it starts with C, which is their credentials. And in terms of an actionable step to do for their credentials, it's that you want to verify them. You need to make sure that the coach that you're planning on hiring has proven qualifications and a track record. Like, look for tangible evidence when you're shopping around for their expertise and really their success in your industry. Next, there's O for orientation. Now, in terms of an actionable thing to do when we're talking about orientation, that's really to assess. Take a closer look at their approach and their methodology. Make sure it's organized and structured and their program actually matches your learning and your working style. Next, we have A, which stands for alignment. In terms of an actionable thing to do with regards to alignment, it's really simple. We want to clarify. Look, your goals, your values, your expectations, they should match up with your coach. So have a deep conversation about your objectives and their approach. It's really vital to making sure that you guys are on the same page. Next, we have C, and that stands for chemistry. In terms of an actionable thing to do with regards to chemistry, it's to connect. Look, you got to establish a personal connection. So schedule a session to gauge the rapport that you guys build together and the comfort level that you guys create in talking to this person. A mentor of mine, he has this really great saying: people hire coaches, not coaching. And this 100% applies here. A good coach should feel more like a partner to you and your business. All right, lastly, we have H, and H stands for honesty. And in terms of an actionable thing to do with regards to honesty, it's really to make sure that there's transparency. Look, this coach, they need to be upfront about all of the aspects of your coaching relationship. That said, you need to make sure that you have the support when you need it. So make sure you're clear on the communications plan that you have with them. It's really the key for your growth and having a really solid relationship. And there it is, my coaching framework in a nutshell. So the key here is think of each of these little elements as a puzzle piece. And when you put them all together, you end up with a solid coach that can move you and your business forward.